Hello and how are you? My name is Mahin Mbarak and I welcome you to our other video tutorial of learning how to make mobile applications using Flutter. In this video tutorial series, we've been creating a complete news application that supports offline capabilities using Flutter. So we're going to proceed from where I stopped in the previous lecture, in the previous video. And I hope you've been following. So if you have not been following, I recommend you to watch the previous video so you can be on the same level with us. There's a lot of lessons, a lot of techniques, good programming practices that we're learning along the way. So I really recommend you to watch the videos that we published before this one, so you can also be able to benefit from what we are training or what we are practicing. So without wasting much time, we always do 40 minutes. As you can see, our timer has already started. Let's go straight into the content and learn Flutter. All right, so you can see this is where we're able to present this news, or we're able to display these news from the local database. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to display the picture here, and we say that we're going to use a package that is going to help us to cache the images in a way that in case the image is not, in case you don't have the internet, still the image should be able to do what to provide. That cached image should be able to be displayed, and it also saves the user's data. So we're going to use this library, or this package is called network image Flutter. Network cached image, something like, just search network cached image Flutter. All right, so they'll give you this single package called cached network image. Very popular, and you'll find it on top. So go ahead and implement it, install it. So I'll come here and copy the command of installing it. It's called cached network image. All right, then I'll come here and then go to our terminal and then clear, and then go ahead and run the image, the command. So that command is going to add the network cache image into our project, right? So once you have it in our pubs project YAML, then we'll be able to do what? To use it. Okay, it is here now, this one here. All right, so now here we're going to be displaying our image. So to display an image, it is very simple. Just simply come here to README. They'll give you some few examples of how you can display image. This is how you display an image. All right, so you can display an image even with a progress indicator like this one. Like when the image is loading, you're displaying something or you're indicating something. All right, so let's go ahead and see how we can display this. So I can copy this one, the project indicator, the progress indicator, or you can as well even display an image by just using a single line like this one. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'll just simply come and copy this one, and then come to come to our placeholder where we are supposed to put the news image, which is this one, right, where there is a photo. So this is the widget here where there is a photo. I'm going to delete it and then put our news image. Then I'll go ahead and click on this one and import it by pressing Alt and Enter. Then I import that library. So when I save, it's going to save and install that image. So if I want to limit, you see this loader, if I want to limit it, I can limit it by just coming here. Where is it? The loader is here, this download, this one, search indicator, and surround it with a container, and that container I change it to be a sized box, and I give it height, for example, of 15, and width of 15, so that it is not save. It's supposed to be limited. I don't know why. Okay. Search indicator, width and height supposed to be limited. All right, just it is a loader. It has nothing to do with our logic. All right, okay. So that's how the image will be loading. Okay, I can just show you. This is just a cached image, and it is taking a what? A URL. So this URL is taking too long to do what? To load. That's why it is keeps on loading. So you can put here any kind of of an indicator that you want to show for loading. Let me remove this download progress and just put this. I don't know why it is not responding to my commands. All right, because this circular indicator is supposed to be limited with the size that I specify. Okay, so let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. We can improve it. All right, so after doing that, you can go ahead and now put the right link here. So I'll go ahead and copy and get the link, which is going to be inside m.image to URL, m.url to image, this one. So put it there. I hope this time it's going to load and display the right image. Okay, so if it doesn't, then you know that something is not right. Okay, so let's see what it takes. I think, does it have any configuration? It hasn't. I think we need just to restart the app. Let's go ahead and restart the app. I'll stop the app and then restart it. So that package is that useful. So you can go ahead and learn much more about it. Okay, in case the image did not load, which placeholder do you want to put? Okay, all that thing they can be implemented in this one. So it takes the image URL, which is the link to the image, and it takes the placeholder, which you can put, for example, circular indicator, and takes the error widget in case the image failed to load. So yeah, that's it. It just needed us to start the app. So in case the image fails to load, you'll have this one, but you can make another better placeholder in case the image fails to load. All right, so you see, that's beautiful. So the only thing so I can, instead of putting this thing of circular indicator, let me see if I can do something better, because that circular indicator looks so much ugly. Okay, let's just put some text loading. Oh yeah, okay, I think this is the problem. Let me just remove this one and I put this one, what we call placeholder. It has to be a builder still. Yeah, it's still, I don't know why I'm supposed to put sized box, and it has to follow the size 8, 15 and width 15. It's supposed to be small, but still it has failed. No problem, we can even change this word. Instead of putting instead of putting a circular indicator, we put we put a text and say loading. I think that looks much more better. Okay, that's okay, doesn't matter. So can make it center. Yeah, can make it constant. So after saving, so you'll be having the word loading. You can use any widget that you want. You see the word is loading and then it shows the image. That's beautiful, right? That's so beautiful. Now we can go ahead and add more parameters to this cached image. You see how it is, eh? So this one, in case the image did not load, you can put there anything that you want. So here we're putting an icon. So you can even put there maybe a default asset image that will show there is no image that was loaded. You can do something that's really better than this. Okay, so let's go ahead and maybe fit this image. You see that image is having some kind of space on top, something like that. So you can make it fit, so by just simply coming here and say a feet. So we have different types of feet. So just come here and say feet. So this will take what we call box feet. So box feet, we have different one. We'll say contain. So contain will make sure that it is always inside. Okay, so you have contain. You have another one called fill. So this one will make sure that the image fills the space. I think that's the best one. Then you have another one called stretch. So this one will stretch the image, fit the height, fit the width, cover. This one cover is one that will stretch the image and make sure it is covered. All right, I think fill is the best. Okay, so it will make sure that the space is filled. So by doing like this, you'll see that you will have created something that is really, really nice. So you can go ahead and do it and give it much more time and see how you can improve this one and make it something that is really, really nice and better than this. Okay, you see, it's beautiful, isn't it? It is beautiful. All right, so we can go ahead and do what and put a single news detail screen. But before we put a single news detail screen, we can go ahead and put maybe the slider that is going to be on top there and slide the news that maybe the top news. Okay, so you can as well do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to see how we can make a slider. So as I told you that we're going to learn different things along the way. So let's go ahead and learn also how we can make that kind of slide that is on top, that will be on top and showing the top news. All right, so to do that, we are going to add another package of Flutter. It's called, so in your free time, come and learn more about image caching in this using this library, but it is that simple. You can come and learn just much more details on it. So we're going to see here, we're going to learn about it's called Carasso slider. It's a Flutter package. Just search Carasso slider. It's a Flutter package. You can use it to display things that are sliding on your screen. So I want us here to put another to make our application like a real news application. I'm going to put you on top sliding images for the top news. All right, so to do that, we just simply come this Carasso slider, and then after we can go ahead and do what and install it. Okay, so install it. So to install it, I'm just simply going to go ahead and copy this command. It is very simple to install. So I hope you're seeing and learning how these things are simple to install. So I'll go ahead and import it. Hey, what happened? Sorry, the installation command is here. All right, so after doing that, let's go ahead and implement it. That's all. Install it and then implement. All right, so let's go ahead and implement it. So to implement it, you just simply add this. All right, and then you'll be able to have that Carasso. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to add another. So I'll come back to our main screen of the news here. I'm going to add another sliver on top here that's going to have our news scrolling. Okay, so this sliver, I can just simply copy this one and duplicate it, but this sliver, where it's going to be different, it's going to be only one. So I'm going to put here just a single item that's going to be on its own. Okay, and then this is where I'm going to put our Carasso. Okay, so it's going to be one, and then I'm going to put here our slider here. Okay, this is I'm going to put a slider, something like this. So inside here, instead, you see how I've done it. This is our single list, our detail list. This one is our slider. So here on top here, I'm going to put our slider on top there. So here where there is this, so I'll just simply come and copy this one. So you see how Flutter is simple. Come and copy that one, and then come and paste it here. Okay. So if it cries, go ahead and import whatever it wants. Okay, so when I save and I implement it, boom, you see, we already have our what? Our slider, which is very, very nice. Oh my god, I do sorry, I clicked the back. Okay, good. Okay, so that's our slider, which is very beautiful and nice. So we're going to reduce on the height, so I'm going to be faster. I'm going to reduce. So it has a lot of parameters. So in your free time, come and explore a lot of parameters that you'll find here. There are a lot that you can find here. You see all these things. Come and explore and learn, okay, as many as you want. All right, so I'm going to reduce here on the height. I'm going to make it what? I'm going to make it maybe 300. Let's see. Okay, so you can even reduce the height. I'm going to make 280. I think maybe 200. I think that's okay. Maybe 220. I think that's okay. All right. So this is going to be our breaking news, or the top news that are going to be coming here. All right. So after, I can maybe give it some margin. So I can put it in a container, and I can give it maybe some margin. So let me put it edge inset dot only, and then put top, and then say maybe put 15. So they will have some margin top, or can put maybe 10. Okay, some margin top. All right, so now inside here I want to put now the real news, or the real images. So you can see it takes a list of a map. Okay, so a list of strings. I think it takes a, let me see, it's a map. So it's can it do something like this? Can I put something like news? Yes, it accepts something like that. So it is very nice. It accepts even a dynamic item like this. So we're going to have here, we're going to create another item here that we're going to call maybe top news, okay, or maybe breaking news, or headlines, something like that. Headlines. So headlines by default is going to be 0, and then these headlines, I'm going to just so after getting this news, the original news, I'm going to shuffle them. So this is how you shuffle. Shuffle means to mix them, to randomize them, or you can even shuffle them on top here. Since you don't have too much news, I can shuffle them. So shuffle means that you should randomize them, making them random. Okay, so after shuffle them, I'm going to check if this news dot length is greater than maybe 5. If they are greater than 5, then I should go ahead and get some headlines. Headlines equals 2, and then I get this news and say dot what? Dot sub list. Okay, so sub list will be able to get a part of the list. So okay, from 0, or okay, let's say after doing that shuffle, I can again I do another shuffle here, and then I say from 0 maybe up to 5. So it means that our headlines is going to be from 0 up to 5. All right, so I'm going to go, is that English? I'm going to make this carousel map to be the headlines, the headlines like this. Yeah, so there we go. So it means that when we will not have news, this carousel will not appear. I hope, yeah. Okay, so let's see, the carousel will not appear. Yeah, something like that. You can even put maybe a question mark, and put maybe there some kind of a placeholder. You can just simply come here and say if the news headline is 0, dot is empty. All right, if it is empty, you can put there some kind of placeholder. Okay, you can be creative and put there some kind of a placeholder. So if it is empty, you can put maybe some container and say whatever you want. Give it some height of 220, like the way it is on the carousel, and then here's some background, some color of maybe red and maybe yellow, and then you can be creative and do something better, and then maybe give some width of infinity, something like this. Okay, save, and let's see what we've got, something like that. So just in case the news is not there, right? So just in case the headlines are not there, you can give it maybe some padding of all, and say maybe 15. Yep. So margin. Right, say maybe you can display there your logo and say maybe coming soon or whatever, something like that. I say loading, something like that. Okay, you can put maybe some loading, anything, maybe container, child, and say you can be creative and display maybe your brand there, something like that. You can say maybe coming soon, or maybe connect to internet, something like that. You can maybe center it. Good. So there we go. So you can do something better. So I want this thing to be refreshable, like someone should be able to scroll down to refresh. Okay, so how do you do that? You still remember. So I'm going to surround this scroll view with a what? With a container, with a center, and then I'm going to replace this center with a what? With a refresh indicator, if you still remember. So if I'll come here to on refresh, and I call my what? My init method. My init. Good. So this init have to be promising some future. That's why. So you can say future and say void. Yeah. So it means that now. This is going to be what? So this initial indicator, if you surround it here, it means that every time someone try to pull, we'll be able to kind of refresh. That is something like this. You see? That's beautiful. So when it calls it, it will come and call the initial function. This initial function, so we are doing all the logic of getting data from the database, then shuffle. Let me put this one down because you cannot shuffle what you don't have. Then shuffle, then get the what? The news, something like this. You get it, eh? You have to shuffle here. So that's when you'll have something like this. See? I can be able to refresh. It will load, and then you see, I'm able to get this news. So when I refresh, the news switch. You see the news shuffles, eh? I hope you can see that. It's beautiful, isn't it? It is beautiful. Okay, so now lastly, now here I want to put now the real images, eh? The real images of top news, eh? Of top stories. So I'll come to our Carasso. You see now that our Carasso can get some data. So I'll come here to our Carasso, where the Carasso is. So instead of putting here text, what? We're going to put here now the image. Okay, we're going to put here the image, right? We're going to put now the image. Okay, so I can even remove this container, the whole of it. I think, yeah, this container has nothing to do. I think it's just horizontal. Okay, it's help us to get the width. No problem. I can remove it. I can even remove it. I think it has no problem. I now come and copy the logic of putting the network image. I come and copy it here from the widgets. Here, I just copy this network image. What is network image? This one here, cached image, and come and paste it here. Here, you get it? I want just my images to show up here. So instead of putting text, I'm going to put this network image here, like this. You get it? So I go ahead and import it. So here I have what you call the index. I think I have that I that they are giving me. This I acts as the index. So if I want to get the object, I'll just simply say my top news headlines. We call the headlines, and then I pass what? I pass the I, and then I put dot image URL. Hope that's okay. I have to import this guy. Alright, so why is it crying? It's saying can be assigned to integer. Eh? What is it saying? Alright, okay, I think the I is the object itself. Good, yeah, the I is the object itself. Good. So I hope they get it. So if I do like this, I should be able to get my what? My images. That's beautiful. You see? That's beautiful, isn't it? That's beautiful, guys. Okay, so when I refresh, they switch. That's so nice. Let me even get a screenshot. Get a screenshot of this. Okay. Let's get a screenshot of that. And show you guys that we are progressing. Okay, go. All right, so you see, in simple minute you will get something beautiful like this. All right, just a small minute. Okay, so you refresh, it keeps on changing. Okay, so this field, I think you can use cover. Cover is better. Yeah, cover is better. All right, so now in case you want to put some text in front there, you can use stack, all that stuff. Let me just all right, so I hope you can pause the video and look at this, how it is being done. All right, okay, so I can go ahead and reduce on the height. Maybe I can make it 210 and here 210. I hope that's okay. Yeah. All right, so after doing that, you can go ahead and make it much more beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going now to add some what? We're going to add some, maybe something on top of it, like maybe the text itself, you can add on top of it. So to add text on top of this news article, it can be interesting, can be complicated, but let's try. So we're going to surround this whole thing, this beginning from where? Beginning from this container. We're going to surround it with what? With a stack. So come here and put column, then change that column to what? To stack. Okay. So everything is still okay. So you see, once you surround the stack, things start becoming messy, but no problem. If you give them height, everything will be all right. So come to the news image itself and give it height of, okay, this cached image. I think can give it height, and then give it height that you want. Beautiful. So our height has been defined. So after defining the height, you can go ahead and give some kind of layer that is going to, okay, let's first put the text. Okay, so stack, you know, something will come on top of the other, right? So let's go ahead and put the text here. So what will come on top will go in the bottom, if you still remember stack, how it works. So all these are techniques you're learning them. So I'll come here where this ends. In the stack, I can add, for example, here I say maybe some text. Okay, so you see some text is there, but is on what? Is on top. So after doing that, you come and give it what you call positioned. Okay, surround that text with what you call positioned. Someone is saying something. Okay, so here I give it positioned. So this positioned will allow you to position something in stack at anywhere. So you can say bottom and say 15. Yes, beautiful. So if you say bottom 15, what it will do, it will calculate the bottom size. I mean, it will calculate from bottom and put only the 15 on top of it. So you'll see our text will come here in bottom, but with a space of 15 in bottom. So I can say bottom 0. You see our text is there. It's really 0, 0. Okay, so that is very nice. So after doing that, I think here, instead of putting padding in this container, I think it has, does it have padding? It has margin, something like that. Let's see what it has. It has margin. Let's put padding instead, I think. Yep. No. All right. We'll see how we go about it, because I'm seeing some text being missed. All right. So after doing that, I can go ahead and save, and then I go ahead and say maybe left. So from left, it should have maybe 15. So our text should be within whatever I want it. So here in this text, I can go ahead and now give our text. So it's going to be i.what? .title. So we put now the real title. So you see our title is there, but our title is there. So let's also put right and say 15. So you see our title is there. Beautiful. So we can style this title. So we can style the title. So to style the title, we can simply go ahead and give it a style, text style. Sorry, it's about to be here in the text itself. Give it style. So put text style. Okay, so give it some font size, font weight of maybe bold. Give it some font size of maybe 16 or maybe 18, and then give it maybe color of white. So if you give it color of white, what does it mean? It means that where there is white, you'll not be able to read that. Okay, so now that's where let's give it also maybe some height of 1.1, so that the word shouldn't be so much. Let's put maybe 0.9. The word shouldn't be so much spaced. Let's come here and give it bottom of maybe 5, so the word should be a little bit on top, or maybe 10, 5. So you can maybe make it 20, so it can be a little bit bigger. Yeah, something like that. All right, so after doing that, so you can see our words are being tempered with a what? With the image. Okay, so we're going to put a layer that is going to be transparent, but it's going to be black, but between the image and the text. So this layer is going to be here. So it's going to be just a container that's going to have the same height. So height, what are you using? We're using 210, I think 210. So maintain the same to 10. Yeah, so give it width of infinity, I think that's okay, infinity, and save. Give it background color of white, for example, color of red. So yeah, that's what we expected. All right, so instead of giving it color of red, so we're going to give it with transparency with opacity of 0.1, I think 0.2. So you'll see I will have that kind of transparent of 0.2. So let's make it black, and then say black with transparency of maybe 0.3. So can you see our words are now readable? So because we have placed we have placed a black layer with between the text. Yeah, that's beautiful. So I can maybe increase this one and make it a little bit on top like this. Okay, maybe you can make this one 22. Can make this one 22, something like this. All right, so you can build a bit bigger. Okay, so that's beautiful. Okay, so you see that layout is encroaching, it is crossing over. So you can give it margin. Okay, let's give it margin, this container of edge inset dot symmetric, and then say horizontal 15. I hope that will help not to encroach. Yeah, horizontal 15, say 10. I hope that's okay. I hope let's maybe 8, maybe 5. I think that's okay. So by doing like this, we'll be able to come up with something beautiful like this one, right? I hope that's okay. Yeah, so you can so you see how you can come up with something nice. All right, so after doing this, so we will be able to now put the click listener that when someone clicks here, it should be taken to the details screen of the news item. Okay, see, that's how you've come up with, which is so nice. When you refresh, it changes. And refresh, it changes. So we want, when you click here, it should be able to take you to the what? To the single news item. Let's take a screenshot. All right. Okay, so let's take a screenshot maybe. Refresh. Okay, so that's nice. All right, so lastly, let's now finish by putting here maybe a search bar where I can be able to search from. You see? Now let's go ahead and finish. How many? Let's see how many minutes remain with. 4 minutes. Okay, in 4 minutes, let's go ahead and put a search bar. Okay, so instead of putting so come here to our scaffold. Okay, in this scaffold we are going to replace it with a what? With a search bar. All right, so in the app bar we're going to replace it with the search bar. So we're going to just simply put a container inside this app bar. So just simply come and say so you see, can be able to do that. So we're going to come here on we're going to come here and go ahead and do it and put a search bar. So in this title, we're going to remove this title, right? By the way, let's remove this title, or let's surround it with a container. Let's remove it. Okay, so in this title, we're going to remove it. We're going to put there a search bar. Okay, search bar. So we're going to put here a container. Just put a container, and then when someone clicks there, we'll take them to the search screen. So put their container, and then after, give it a color of white. All right, let's see what you have. We have that. So we have width of infinity. Okay, and then maybe height of maybe 25. Then we have something like that. Let's give it height of maybe 35. Okay, I have something like that, 35, or maybe 45. Let's see what we'll have. That's too big. Let's make it, maybe make it 40. All right, so after doing that, let's go ahead and put there some text. So we'll give it some child and then say text, or you can say text and then say search. Okay, search. Okay, and then maybe make it center. All right, and center, start, center. All right, so no problem, let's leave it. Okay, so after doing that, let's go ahead and surround it with right, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and surround it with what? With a row. So in this row, we're going to put an icon. Of search, icon.search. Okay, so here we're going to come here and say cross alignment and then say space between. It's main alignment or cross alignment? Main alignment, say space between. So we can have our search icon at the further end. Okay, so here I can put maybe size box of width 5, so you can have some space from the margin, and also here size box of width 5, you can have some space of margin. So after doing that, size box space of 5 is too big. I didn't know that. Sorry, it's just because of aligning. All right, we'll see how maybe we'll use the container to space the margin. Let's use the container. So come here to container and put padding and put edge inside dot symmetric, and then put horizontal and put 5. All right, that's okay. Or maybe put 10. I think that's okay. All right, so after doing that, let's go ahead and reduce the color of this this search news and also font weight. So go ahead and put style and give it text style and give it color and maybe make it gray. Our time is up, gray of 700, so it shouldn't be that much sharp, and then maybe give it some font weight of font weight that is a little bit lighter of 500. Is it, how did it, font weight .w 500, I think that's a little bit, that's heavy. That's 400, that's light. Okay, and maybe also reduce on the font size and make it maybe a little bit smaller, something like that, maybe 18 something. Oh, that's big. 18, like this. Search news, and maybe font weight of 300. I think that's right. Like this. Okay, search news. You can make it something a little creative than mine. All right, so I want to give this this icon. I want to give this container some radius. So I'll just simply come here to container and give it decoration and put box decoration and put border radius and put what, border radius dot all, and then I put maybe 20. Put maybe border dot what, do I still remember how to do these things? Border radius dot, I don't remember now. So dot all. So what does it take? Let me press Ctrl and see what it takes. It takes radius dot what, dot circular dot 20. Yep. Color. It has to be inside the decoration. Yeah, then we'll be good. Beautiful. You see what you've come up with? You've come up with that. So I don't want this front icon here. I don't want it. So if I don't want that back icon, I can just simply put here what you call automatically leading. It's in app bar. Put automatically leading and make it false. Then that app icon will disappear. Maybe we don't have a space where to put our brand. I don't know whether I can put it in front and say maybe e-news in front of that. Search e-news. Search e-news. Right. Yeah, there you go. I think that's beautiful. So let's call it a day. And I think it's nice. So I can come here and also reduce the color of this icon by giving it gray colors dot what, dot gray. Sorry, colors dot gray. Boom, no, maybe 700 or 800. All right, so that's what we've been able to come up with. I think it's nice. I think it's educative. I think you can be creative and make something that is really amazing out of this. Imagine that you want to make your own e-commerce application. What does it mean? It means that you can make a slider of top products. You can put offline capability in your e-commerce application and make something that is really amazing out of what you've learned. So that is our today's lecture. So in the next lecture, we'll be finalizing this app by maybe putting the detailed screen page and etc. But even here, the app is not in bad shape. You can take it from here to do something that is really amazing. Okay, that's it for today. I hope it was helpful. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and practice and make sure that you're not left behind, because you see we are doing things step by step without skipping any step. It means that if you really put your ass down and follow very carefully, you'll be able to understand things, and maybe you'll be able to learn these things, and you can even be able to start making money out of what I'm teaching you. So let us meet in our tomorrow's lecture. We're going to go much more deeper into learning Flutter mobile application development.